All right, everybody, so you have the option as we go over your 5 Tabata exercises to be practicing with us. Usually what I will do is like 2 to 3 repetitions of each of the movements, especially if they're on each side. So if you want to play around with us and do that, please do. Otherwise, take your time to rest right here. Let's go over your Tabata movements. The first is one of our cardio movements, and that is our split stance. So we're going to have our right foot forward, our left foot back. We're going to reach your arms out, and you're going to bring this heel to the back of the leg. As you do this, the arms pull down, and if you're feeling good, you start pushing tempo. If you need more manageable, you're higher up into here, and we can still work through that same motion as a more manageable approach. So we go to one side for 20, we rest for 10, and then we go to the second side for 20. Second movement, we're going to continue with doing a little bit of punching here. We're going to turn and punch to one side only. So I want you to bring your fists up kind of by your chest and your shoulders. You're going to turn to one side, bringing the heel up on the opposite. Give me a direct punch and bring it right back. Same side. Turn, punch, bring it back. Turn, punch, bring it back. When you turn, breathe out. When you punch, breathe out. Good. So you find where you're punching. We do one side for 20. We rest for 10. Then we do the second side for 20. Our third movement has you as a weight optional movement. So if you got a quick water bottle or some weight around, grab it. We're going to go down to a low squat position, and we're going to pulse that squat. We're just barely going up and down through that squat, maintaining. Now, if you needed to be a little bit higher as that manageable option, just keep the weight on the heels, and you can still work a lot of what we're working. Last 2 movements bring us down to the floor. We're going to be doing a bird dog, but we're going to change it up today, so please pay attention with us. I have a feeling if there's any movement that throws us for a loop, this is going to be the one it is today. So what I'm going to have us do is start out with just our regular hold, and why don't you all practice this with me. Okay, right leg up, left knee bent, or left hand up. Then I want you to bend your right knee and bring it in. And now this time, as you extend your right leg, bend your left elbow. Okay? So we're doing kind of a sawing motion, and it takes that bird dog and it kind of changes it complexity-wise. We're going to do this on one side, 20 seconds, then we rest for 10, and then we switch over to the second side. If that one gives you a little confusion, I'm going to do my best to do it slowly with you guys, so feel free to just listen to me and practice it at home, and we'll get this thing done by the end of the day, I promise. The last movement we're doing are rotating planks, so we're going to continue to stay on the hands. You're going to bring your feet wider, and that way as you turn to one side, the heels can drop to the floor. We'll bring that arm up, then we'll turn it, we'll switch it, same thing opposite side. If you need a more manageable approach, as you're on your knees, you open to one side, and that raises and straightens the top leg. Then we repeat that, turn, open, and straighten that top leg to help you get side to side through those rotating planks. All right, that is plenty of me talking. Remember, you've only got one weight option in this, and that is at your midway point for those squats. Everything else is body weight. We're going to start you in that split stance first. Arms out in front. All right, and then bringing that heel to back of the leg in 3, in 2, in 1. Pulling down, breathing out, and finding strength in that forward leg here, right? We're really putting a lot of weight into that heel, and we're using that as not only a balanced point, but somewhere we're getting a little bit of power through that leg too. We're really building up some strength. 2, 1, rest for 10. Second side comes up. Same position, extend those arms out. 3, 2, 1, pull it down. Good, and so Jackson is going a little slower right here. So he wants to make sure he's supporting his knee and he's keeping it in a safe spot. Once again, if you've got some knee issues, follow Jackson back here and slowing things down a little bit to stay safe. 3, 2, 1. Next up, fists are in front. We've got a turn and a punch to one side only. We get started in 3, in 2, in 1. Turn to one side, breathe out, and find that same spot that you're trying to aim for. Think kind of quick and strong with that punch. And can the hip help create power through the turn? Feel the hip. In 3, in 2, in 1, we rest for 10. We switch to the next side for those punches. Fists up, feet wide. We get started in 3, in 2, in 1. Good, breathe out. Find that spot. And hip turn, right? Get that hip to really give you power into the twist. After this, it's gonna be that squat, pulse, hold, weight optional. In 2, in 1, if you need some weight, grab it. We're gonna go to the low squat and pulse it. We start in 3, in 2, in 1. So holding there, maybe an inch or 2 going up and down, keeping the weight on those heels and tightening that belly. 10 more seconds. When you're done with these, we're going to the floor, hands and knees next. In 3, 2, 1, hands and knees. Start with your bird dog, and now bend either an elbow or a knee. Pull one in, extend one out. 2, 1, let's knock it out. Okay, you get that still nice extension of the leg as you pull that elbow in. You extend through the fingertips as that knee comes in. Practice it. Go slow to fine tune it. 2, 1, rest for 10. If you're a little confused, start coming up and practicing on the next side. In 3, in 2, in 1. Get yourself there. Take it piece by piece as the approach. Fine tune things here, folks. 10 seconds, 10 seconds. So I'm gonna make sure that that hip doesn't lift up, doesn't rotate open. 3, 2, 1. We finish with rotating planks. Remember, you can be on the knees in that top leg straightening. In 2, in 1, rotate over, open that top hand and arm so we get even a little chest stretch at the top of that with the opener. Smooth breathing, maintain control. 3, 2, and rest. Take a breather, everybody. It is timeout time. It is high five time. It's 2 more remaining time. So hopefully we did some good learning into that. We put it into action. That sawing bird dog, definitely a little funk. A little funk to that thing. All right, get ready for it. Once again, no weight except for when we get to that squat position. We start you in 10. So you're gonna get into a split stance. You're gonna bring those arms out in front. We're gonna get started in 3, in 2, in 1. Give me that pull down and that breathe out. Use those lats as we pull down and power in that forward leg, forward foot. There we go. All right, so everyone's finding pace. In 3, in 2, in 1. Recover for 10. Next side up. Get back into that strong split stance. 3, 2, 1. Let's go. Good. So find the foot in front. Push it down into the floor. Pull down with those arms. Give me some power as you pull down with those arms. We'll go finished up in 3, in 2, in 1. It's turn and punch next. Turn and punch next. Hands up here, feet a little bit wide. One side in 3, 2, 1. Create that rotation. Use that hip to really create the turn before that punch follows through. There we go. Find the focal point. Where are you aiming for? Target. 3, 2, 1. Rest for 10. Ready to switch to the next. Hands up. We get started in 3, in 2, in 1. Twist. Perfect. Remember, the heel lifts on the opposite foot to help you twist better. Good. And now that hip, that rotation and that power through that hip surge. Finished up in 3, in 2, in 1. Wait if you want it. Low squat pulse next. We get started in 3, in 2, in 1. We stay into that down position. Small movements. Now, more manageable approach. We're going to just stay a little higher up into that stance, but we're still going to feel the heels, and we're still going to keep that belly nice and tight. We're bringing it to the floor in 3, 2, 1. Hands and knees are sawing bird dog from here. In 3, in 2, in 1. So create balance through the hand and knee that stay put, and create extension through both the back leg kick and that forward hand reach. There we go. Finished up in 3, in 2, in 1. Go ahead and switch. Alright, beginning in 3, in 2, in 1. Knock it out with the control factor. I want to see one straight extended leg. I want to see one reaching arm. Find those muscles in by creating kind of that very strong reach or stretch. Finished up in 3, in 2, in 1. Rotating planks to finish our second round. Feet wide in your approach. 3, 2, 1. Turn it, open, and bring it down. As you turn to one side, both the heels tap to the floor. Okay? Each time, full 180 from the heels to one side over to the other. Nice hip lift. 3, 2, 1. Rest, recover. 2 of 3.
I like the hip lift.
All right, very good. So actually, that's something that I've cued everyone for quite a while, is making sure that the hips stay a little bit higher in that. Even if it's like an extra ½ inch, it really engages a lot more of those obliques underneath. So we got our final round coming up here. Remember, this is the end of things, folks. So let's make sure that we're bringing the mustard today. I'm gonna reset this. Got 10 seconds. Dijon, right? The good stuff. All right. We split in 3, 2, 1. You give me that strong pull down, that good breath out. If you need to be a little higher, you are welcome to it. You can find that manageable approach just by standing up slightly taller. Good. And lat pull downs, that breathing associated with it, you got it all. In 3, in 2, in 1. We rest for 10. Second side, coming up. Set it up. Beginning in 3, in 2, in 1. Strong pull. Good. And once again, Jackson's slowing it down a little bit to keep himself safe. Pay attention to your own safety markers. Good. Just take a small breather if you need to. Do not run yourself if you're not feeling great. 3, 2, 1. Punches next. We got the hands up in front of the chest and shoulders. Twist and punch in 3, in 2, in 1. Let's go. One side. You find that focal point that we're aiming for, and you twist through that hip, right? Power through a hip twist, please. Keep working. Finished up on this side. 3, 2, 1. Recover for 10. Second side coming up. Reset in 3, in 2, in 1. Turn and punch. There we go. Visualize it. Hips, hips, hips. Give me power. There we go. That heel lifts to help the body twist more naturally. Finished in 3, in 2, in 1. If you need the weight, grab it. Squat, pulse next. Feet should be at least shoulder width apart. 3, 2, 1. Bring it down. Lock it in right there. Abs tight. Smile ear to ear. If you need to be a little higher, you're welcome to it. Remember, if you're smiling, you are burning additional calories. There's muscles in the face getting used. Finished in 3, in 2, in 1. Bring it down to the floor. You've got that sawing bird dog. Sawing bird dog next. Hands and knees position. Start in 3, in 2, in 1. Find the extension, pull one side in, and then reverse it. Now once again, biggest thing I want, a strong kick going behind, and a nice reach with some power going forward. Nicely done. 3, 2, 1. Switch your sides. Next side starts in 3, in 2, in 1. Give me the extension. Lock it in, right? Figure that movement out, and then think strength through the kick and through the reach. Good, loving it. We go finished up on this in 3, in 2, in 1, rotating planks, those feet wider. And then we've got 2, 2, 2s following in 3, in 2, in 1. Rotate it and open. Lift it, switch it. Good, now let's do that little hip check here, Jackson. Hips up a little bit. Bingo. Perfect. Same thing at home. You can turn and then bring the hips up a little bit extra. Hello, obliques. In 3, in 2, in 1. All right, that's enough for us today. We will be back tomorrow. We'll see you then.